The last question comes from Marzanny Gromotowicz, a high school teacher from southern Poland who collected questions from her students who submitted them on Facebook. They'd like to know, how do Americans celebrate Earth Day? In particular, how do students and schools in the United States celebrate Earth Day?
Well, schools have always been a core part of Earth Day celebrations in the United States. The kindergarten through high school students always represent at least 50% of all of the people who are participating in Earth Day. So it's a huge part of what we do. And big portions of it are not particularly celebratory. Teachers pull together lesson plans for the week of Earth Day and sometimes for the entire month of April to focus on environmental issues in all the different classes, biology and the other sciences, but also in literature and history. And it's become part of the way that environmental things are taught in schools, is to link it to the month that Earth Day is in. Then on the day itself, often there are service projects or visits to things of great ecological significance. So students in many places will go out and clean up a waterway by pulling trash out of the water, or sometimes restock an area that had an anadromous fishery that has been depleted, or pick up trash along the street, or go out and plant trees in some place that requires that, restore a civic park, or simply go to a local watershed where the drinking water supply from their city comes from and study how that operates. Go sometimes to zoos and learn the ecological principles of a well-designed zoo, of how they make habitats comfortable for the animals that are there, mimicking what nature has built up for them. Just about anything that you can think of to do has itself being done in some schools. I have been at law schools where people come in and have moot court competitions on environmental issues that may later be facing the judiciary in the legal system in the United States. A great many places have conferences where you bring in distinguished speakers. The most important, and increasingly we're seeing people making advantage of social networking sites, often with some objective to build a set of pressures against some company that is doing bad, to give some applause to some company that has done something right under pressure as a consequence of that. And some of the most interesting have been students in schools who have gone out and spent the month of April doing an energy inventory of their schools, finding out how much fuel is currently being used, what investments could reduce that fuel substantially and save on operating costs on into the future, and then putting together presentations to school boards or to city councils, getting those investments made and having that remaining money go into something that the students really enjoy, whether it's enhancing their library or their athletic facilities, or more money for the teachers, or better food in the cafeteria, or what have you. And in fact, in the cafeteria in a number of schools, students have gone out and put in organic gardens that are maintained by the students over the year and becomes part of what they are served in the lunch program by the school itself. It's a core part of what the Earth Day Network tries to promote across this country and around the world. And I'm delighted that you and your school in southern Poland are engaged in this effort annually. And if there's anything we can do for you, do contact the Earth Day Network in Washington, D.C. to get specific examples of things that have been done in schools that you may want to correspond with.
Thank you.